You're listening to Unspooled, the podcast where bad prints become learning experiences, eventually. Hosted by Corey from Moji 3D, who somehow has owned more printers than most people have owned filament, and Steve from Layer by Layer, who may or may not be running a small filament warehouse from home. Each week, we dive into printing, projects, people, and the occasional rant. So load your build plate, hit print, and let's get unspooled.
Hello. Welcome. Unspooled number 39. I think I just got that right.
You cut the intro dude off, man.
We should be. I didn't touch it.
We
should. Yeah, that's all auto. We should be live. Welcome. How you doing, Steve?
Yeah.
I think you froze. Oh,
chilling, man. How are you?
You froze on me.
I did freeze. I did for a second.
Oh, there you go.
I'm good. Oh, good. Everything's cool.
What have you been up to?
Nothing much. Just some regular printing. Printing some signs and stuff. Just different. Whoa. Can't even laugh.
It's usually good right around 14.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it got extremely loud this time. But just print some sign stuff for my wife and little stuff for her to take to work.
Yeah.
Nothing serious, nothing too serious. How about you?
Been working on a new project for a school or multiple schools. Hopefully. One school for sure. Testing some new stuff. Got some new filament in. But other than that, not a ton. Haven't really done other than that project for the school. I haven't really done a whole lot of printing in the last week or two.
I will say I did clean up some of my office so that I can get the i7 into the office. So that was a plus. I also made, in the process of doing that, I also made space for the Ender 5. So that should be fun. I can't wait to mess around with those two. Trying to think. The Spark X has been printing pretty solid. I used it to do like a 10-hour print and had no issues with. I didn't have any issues, but the filament had issues, and the alert messages on it were pretty solid. Like detected a tangle in the CFS light, that kind of stuff.
Would you say it prints like an A1?
Oh yeah, it's definitely on par. I mean, it's definitely on par with an A1. Like right now, like a friend of mine asked me earlier, and I told him, I was like, hey, I was like, I've been an ambassador for this company, but if it's for your son, I'm like, the first thing I'll say is super easy to put together. I was like, within 20 minutes of you getting in the house with it, you'll have it ready and be printing. I was like, outside of that, it's kind of like there's no printers right now that's like changing the game, except for like
all printers print plastic, right? Yeah. Like they all do the same thing. Most printers nowadays, they pretty much all do the same exact thing, with some features, with some universal or some unique features amongst them, but they're pretty much all the same. All new printers are good, but
Sideline and Wazzy, Tech Jeeper, Blazing Prints. What's up, guys?
GTR Dad is always there.
All right, he's our man in the chair.
But yeah, and then what is it? FlashForge is potentially got a new printer coming out, which is kind of cool, which is of the tool changer variety. So that's kind of neat. Some other cool things. I think it was Prusa XL. They announced some the possibility or they are launching custom toolheads or new toolheads. I didn't see a whole lot about it. I just heard some grumblings and some people talk about it.
I know they're going to do the silicone tool head, and I think they said something. There was another one around there.
Yeah, there's a couple of that as well. A couple other things. There were grumblings of a laser tool head.
Yeah, I hope not.
I mean, if I don't agree with it. I don't think 3D printers and lasers should be mixed. But if you're into it, it works for you. And when the H2D came out, I was like, that's kind of I don't like it. I wouldn't do it. But if that's your thing and it works for you and you get it to work well, then who am I to say it's crazy? So
you got like really muffled for a second there. I don't know if it was just me or
talking into my cup.
It did. That's what happened.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck just happened?
Probably out of my cup.
I feel like this is like I guess because of the big events are coming up like Rapid and stuff like that, that we're kind of like going into this like, I don't know what we call it, like this printer spring or something, or it's like basically it seems like a lot of stuff is starting to kind of drop lately, or newer stuff is starting to come out.
Well, it ebbs and flows.
Things. Yeah, it ebbs and flows. But I think last year there was a ramp up going towards like Rapid. You started seeing a couple things pop up. So I'm fine with it, because I think in the end the consumers make out the best with it. Oh no, I'm not going.
Well, you're gonna see a lot come out in the next like 2 months, because you've got Rapid coming up, which is in Boston on the East Coast this time.
Yeah.
You've got PAX East coming. So you get all these events that these companies, if they have anything that's behind the scenes that hasn't been released, they're going to start wanting to get it out there. So you're going to see a lot. I think it ebbs and flows. I mean, I've never tracked like when everything reads, but you always have like a spring, a fall, because you have like pre-Christmas stuff, like people wanting to get stuff out for Christmas, because people obviously buy stuff around that time. And then you always have like things coming out in the spring.
Yeah.
But you do have some new stuff, you got the Creality M1, the filament maker M1. That's kind of unique.
The shredder,
maybe they beat Loop to market. Who knows?
I want the shredder, because for like making my little plates and stuff, I like the shredder would be freaking sweet. I love that.
Yeah, there's a couple other companies that actually make shredders for things like the Artme or any of the film recyclers. But I mean, if it works, it works. I mean, nobody to date has ever come out with a consumer level desktop filament recycler that has worked. Like the Artme works, but it takes hundreds of hours to get it to work consistently, and then it's slow. You might make a roll of filament a day, I think that's currently what the speed is for the R1 is like a roll a day or something like that. But the M1?
The M1 I think is one's the shredder and one's the
filament maker M1 I think is the
and the R1 is the shredder.
But I don't know. Either way, it's I would be shocked if they get it right and actually have it released this year, because it's, like I said, nobody's ever been able to do it. I mean, Loop's been trying to do it now for 2 years? Oh, I think we lost your audio, Steve.
I don't know what happened there. That was a massive internet hiccup. We are under tornado watch. I should have mentioned that earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So that might have been something going on. But yeah, the shredder is not for like regular Joes unless you have a farm. I think the shredder is for farmers, like people who could actually reuse their filament. But also, I just don't know if there's really a niche for consumer level filament reusing to that degree.
I mean, I think there's definitely a niche. I don't know if there's a market, but there's definitely a niche.
Yeah,
because
I'll take it back.
There are people like us that would want one, right? Like I go through a lot of filament, and I would love to be able to take my scrap and make it into a recycled prototyping filament. It's not something that I would use
in production
to make a part and sell it or something, but I'd love to be able to recycle my filament into black PLA that I could then use as a prototype filament. But is it worth it for me to spend $3,000 on a recycler? Probably not. You know, so I think it all depends on what they can sell it for. But
yeah,
I mean, if anybody can sell it for a reasonable price, it's going to be Creality. But
that's true.
It's going to be whether or not they can actually make it reliable. Like, they might be able to get it to work, but for it to be reliable, that's a whole nother story.
I seen another test video. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I think it's called like Embracing Making or something like that. Has I don't know if he has a different one or there, you know, people are passing the same one around, but I wanted to check it out and see you know, what was happening with it, how it actually works. Like I said, I'm focused on the shredder. I want the shredder. Granted, I can get a blender, a good blender, or I think Midnight Wolf was saying he uses a grain mill or something like that to like grind up his filament. So I want to try one of those.
So Tech Cheaper, you are right when you're talking about the melt cycles as far as PLA goes, but most recycled filament has a certain percentage, 30-40% of virgin pellets mixed in, and then you can basically recycle it indefinitely as long as you get that mix right. So you couldn't take straight recycled 100% PLA and just continue to process it over and over and over. But if you do introduce a 30-40% virgin pellet mix, then you can indefinitely recycle it.
And they mentioned that in the video. They were saying, like, they said they want to get to just all filament, but I mean, we know that that's not necessarily likely. Unless you start from, you know, like you said, virgin, you know, pellets and I can't remember what they call it, the dyes. But
I think the issue you're going to find, though, is that for a consumer person, a resident that's just doing it for themselves, they're not going to have the processes in place that a filament manufacturer would have to, one, keep filament scraps separate and well organized, and then to keep them clean and to make sure that foreign debris isn't mixed in with them. And then even if when they're mixing in virgin pellets, you have to mix based off the recycled material you're using. You have to know the science enough to be able to know the percentage of virgin pellets to mix in to get a quality recycled filament out of it. And I don't think that you're going to have that. So for example, like Layerworks, John, he does a Works PLA, which is a recycled PLA. I won't say his percentage of recycled to virgin because I'm not going to say that, but his recycled PLA prints exactly like a virgin PLA filament would print. But he's done a lot of testing, a lot of mixes to get that right. And I just don't know if you'd get that at.
Well, I think what will probably happen is people would just start sharing their formulas. You know, it'll be as simple as like, hey, Corey, what did you use to get that to work? You know, and you'll start from
just
that.
Be like, it'll just be like print settings, right? Like I share print settings to you, or you share print settings to me. But I just think it's a little bit more. I think it would just take time, right? Like it took, 15 years for printers to get to where 20 years for printers to get where they are now. It might just take that long for filament recycling. But is it something you would buy?
Only to make my own colors. Yeah, like only to make colors that don't exist. Or the only reason why I would be interested in that part of it is to make,
because you could also, like you could also use that machine and not use recycled filament, right? Like you could not buy the shredder, and you could only use it to use virgin pellets and just make your own filament in whatever color you want to make it in, right? And it doesn't have to be recycled. You could just use virgin pellets in it, which that might be of interest to me.
Look at what Jay Palmer said. Hold on. He says, I think the machine will be expensive enough that if you had the money, you would buy a printer that doesn't waste filament or would know what you're doing. So that's a good point.
Yeah, see, I mean, I agree with him. I would rather have a multicolor printer like a U1 that virtually produces no waste. But again, even that, if you print enough, you get a little bit of poop in the back. It's not a ton. It's like a couple, poops a print, but you get
but then you just give it to your friend who has one.
Well, you get a prime tower, so there is waste, but yeah, he's right about that. Like me, I would rather have no waste or as minimal waste as possible, so that I didn't even have to entertain the idea of having to recycle my filament. But
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see how many people buy it. Like how many non-us people, right? Like, I don't think we count, right? Like if we buy it, I don't think that counts. So Jay Palmer, yes, we are going to talk about that in a bit. So, and by that I say full spectrum Orca. So, but have you seen anything from Creality as to time frame of that being released? The M1? I haven't.
Nope, I have not seen anything.
No,
I haven't seen anything.
I know it said 2026.
I mean, it still seems like it's just kind of like floating around. Like you haven't seen it, and I haven't seen it in any of the bigger influencers streams. But they could have it and not, be allowed to say anything about it. But you do have some people that are talking about it. So I would think if they had it, they probably would want to say something about it first. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. In the videos, and they are in the hands of people. You can see them working. I'm gone.
Lost your video there for a bit.
Oh my God, yeah. Trying to close out some windows because I've got to do that. Give me 1 second. Let's see.
So just real quick, since Jay Palmer brought it up, I'll just show it real quick. So what he's talking about of this Snapmaker Orca full spectrum is this. I'm going to show it. So this is actually what he's referring to. So this is a fork of Snapmaker Orca, not Orca, but actually Snapmaker's fork or version of Orca. This is called Snapmaker Orca full spectrum. So basically what it is it's using the 4 colors of the U1 and then mixing filament based off layers. So it calculates what's referred to as, sorry, let me get the terminology here right. So as cadence height A, cadence height B. So if you look here in the filament settings, so mixed filament, lower height, upper height. So it's taking two different colors and basically layering them over each other to make another one, right? So similar to what Uforge does. Now this is using an existing filament mixer technology that previously existed from another open source project, and they kind of lumped it in with this and created it, and it's neat. I've got four different colors here, and I can create, so as you see here, I can take away or add as many gradients as I want. I can come in here and I can pick which colors I want to mix. So I can mix the blue and the red, and I can make some purple in between, whether, so I can adjust back and forth. It's kind of neat. I'm going to be playing with this tomorrow. I got 8 different colors in from Snapmaker to play with this and try to mix as many colors, make as many colors as I can make out of 8 different colored filaments.
Does it have to be Snapmaker filament in order for it to work?
Nope.
Okay.
No. As you can see here, I got Algo in here, but no, it can be any filament. So, and the cool thing about this is you could, so if you want, like, say you create I'll just create a cube real quick. I'll just size it up a little bit. So, if I come in here and I pick, let's see, blue, red, and we make some type of purple, right? So filament 8 is some type of purple. I come in here and I pick 8, go, right? Now I have a purple. I don't have a purple in the printer. I just have a blue and a red. And I'm making some variation of purple base thing. But what you could do is to make it more accurate in the slicer is I could come in here. I could use like something like the TD1 to get my hex code of the filament. And then I could convert that hex code into an RGB and actually put more accurate colors in here. So maybe visually you would be able to see the colors better. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect because you have that actual TD value. But it'll be cool to play with.
Yeah, well, one of the downsides is that purple wouldn't work because it can't do the top layers, but it can do the verticals all day long, which is pretty cool.
You know, you're going to have to play with it on different. So the YGK 3D, he did a video on it. I think he released it either today or yesterday. And if you look at his model, it was a white disc that had a bunch of little nodules on it, and the center, either the center or the outside ones were the original 4 colors, and then it transitioned either out or in with varying different shades of all of those colors being mixed. And I can't remember the total number of colors, but basically he used,
I think it was 32 or 32 or 33.
So he used 4 colors to make 30 plus different variations, different shades of those.
It looked like he was using the CMYK kit from Polymaker.
Yeah,
which makes sense.
So you know, so you could do a CMYK or an RGB with, you know, red, green, blue, black, whatever, and just play with it and see what you could do with it. Because years ago, I remember like probably 8 years ago, I played with a 8-to-1 and a 4-to-1 mixing hot end. So it did 8-into-1 or 4-into-1, and it was mixing, but it mixed it in the hot end, and it was really difficult to tip shape the filament coming out. So they just jammed just by nature. Now, if you had cutters back then and cut the filament, and it probably would have been better, but mixing in the head never really worked that well. Now this, you're mixing, but because it's a tool changer, it should be fine. Like I said, I'm going to play with it tomorrow and see what I can get with it, but it's pretty cool. And if you guys want to see a video of it, the only video I've seen so far, maybe somebody else has one, but YGK 3D does have one out on his YouTube channel about it, which I think G posted. So, but yeah, it's neat. It is available. If you just Google it, it's Ratdou, I think. Ratdou, ARTDOUX is the GitHub from the guy who's done it. But you can download the exe and install it and play with it yourself.
Nice. There's a page called like Wombly Wonders. It was done some. Yeah, I think that's the one with the chicken. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool seeing innovation come in the form of software now, as opposed to the machines and filament. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think we've talked with a number of people over the last like 8 episodes of Unspooled, where a lot of people think we've heard 2026 is going to be the year of the TPU or the year of software, right? Slicers or features in slicers like this. And you know, I've always said, I think over the last like 5 to 6 years, I mean, we've seen advancements in hardware and machines, but it's really the filament and the slicer advancements that's really brought us to where we are now. And I think it's neat to see that it's not, it's neat to see that's not, that people are still doing that. And it's not like difficult plugins, right? Like this full spectrum isn't something that you have to compile yourself. It's not some weird plugin that you need to install into Orca in a difficult way. It is literally download an exe, install it in place of the current Snapmaker Orca, or side by side. You can still have them both, and then it just runs. So
yeah,
it's kind of neat.
I've been trying to get full control to run for like 2 months now. I gave up at one point, but I'm probably gonna circle back to it.
Yeah.
And full control is pretty cool too. That's the one where you can do like the balloon type stuff or whatever. The different types of models. I think I'm frozen again. What is going on? I think it's definitely this tornado.
Yeah, it's just choppy back and forth, but
yeah. Well, there's no. It might be windy outside and it's shaking some stuff. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, it's cool to see that type of stuff coming around and changing everything. Mm-hmm. And then we'll see like where it goes from there. Like if they incorporate it directly into the slicer or what. I mean, it's cool. The concept is cool, but if you're a filament company, you're like, wait a minute, you only need 4 of my colors now to make all of these colors. We sell a lot of filament.
Yeah, but I think if you're a good filament company, you would embrace something like this, right? Because you could make filament packs. You could make full spectrum filament packs to say, if I was a filament company, I'd be downloading full spectrum, and I'd be taking my colors and I would be seeing how many different colors I could make from 4 of my colors, and then I'd be creating filament packs, full spectrum filament packs, and I would say, hey, buy my red, blue, green, and whatever, and you can make all these colors with 4. Like it would. I think it's neat, and I think if you're smart, you would take full advantage. I mean,
it's still. I wouldn't go that far. Only reason I wouldn't go that far is because it's still just the people with snap makers right now. Sure.
Well, it's not though. It's basically. I mean, you could use this with any AMS. You could use this with any.
But it's only in Snap Orca right now, right?
It's only in Snap Orca, but I could put any printer in this.
Yeah. I don't think people. I think people would just be like, I got the colors already. I don't want to have to do all of the swaps. I'm gonna test this on my P1S with the AMS. I'm gonna test it on the Q2 with the Cheaty box once that comes in. Like any multicolor, your Voron, if you have a Voron tool changer, a turtle box, basically any AMS, you could create a profile in here with your printer and it should be fine. So I think it's neat. I mean, will Snapmaker be like, oh, this is cool, and then it just be part of the original Snap, like the normal Snapmaker Orca? Probably not, but it'd be kind of neat if they did. Yeah. But I think it's a cool idea. I mean, as long as it works. I think it's a good theory. I got to play with it tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I may have a different outlook on it if I think it's wonky and doesn't work well. But I mean, it looks pretty solid. I mean, it's basic science more or less. I just whether or not people will do it is probably the next thing, because it's like I sit with filament on a printer just because I don't feel like changing it. Now if I could have one of those printers always loaded with those colors and I can make whatever color I want, that's a little more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, but also I think it has value to me is that you could have basically you're one step closer to a 3D printer being a brother color laser printer, right? Like you just have RGB or CMYK colors, and you're able to make these 36 colors or whatever it is with your printer, and you only have to maintain 4 colors. So for a lot of people that don't like, another value to that would be, if you're someone who has one multicolor printer and you live in a small apartment and you can't keep 300 rolls of filament, being able to keep 4 rolls of filament and make 30 something different colors, or I mean,
probably even RGB, more than that. This is where having 5 changers, 5 tool heads, 5 spools comes in handy, because now it's like, okay, well, because I think in the video he had like the transparent gray or something, and then the so basically the CMYK kit. But like if you could add black to that as well, now you can get some of the darker colors, or like a darker gray. Now you can get some of the darker colors. and like you take that 32 to let's say 64 or whatever, because insane number of colors. Whatever. Like that would be interesting. That's really cool.
Like this on a 5-headed Prusa XL might be pretty cool, right? Because you get 5 colors, or this on the Anycubic with the Anycubic. The hell is it? What's the X there with multicolors, or a P1S? My P1S has 2 AMSs, so I could do it with 8 colors. So with 8 colors, you could make numerous different shades of the same, or any type of index that comes out. Like TechJeeper just mentioned the index. It's neat. I think it's a cool idea. I'm gonna give it a try. If it works, I mean, I may end up like leaving CMYK colors or RGB color, red, blue, black, green on my U1, and then just using that to try to create, even if I'm doing a single color model, if I have red and blue, I can just be like, oh, I want purple, and I can just create a purple with that. Now I'm just curious to see the different shaped models and how it looks, right? Like, I'm curious to see if you print this so YGK's model, what I only saw was just vertical with a rounded top, and they looked okay. But if you start printing really intricate organic models, will you start to see different colors or different shades of that in the sidewalls where the layers are? I don't know,
probably just the top surfaces, the top most part of those sections, you know what I mean? So like, let's say if you're printing, like, let's say like, a set of, I don't know, like a terrain, you might, and you're doing it in, let's say yellow and green, yellow and orange or something, I don't know. And you'll probably have some peaks that are yellow at the topmost layer and some peaks that are orange at the topmost layer, just because they're going to be different sizes. So, you take that over to like, let's say like a chicken model that has like a tail and then its back and then the head and all that. Yeah, you're probably going to have some spots of different colors at the top most parts on the top layers of each section. But it's still cool, there's nothing, if you could like say, hey, if there's options in there to say, make the topmost layer this color instead of like the light color, or vice versa. If maybe you want, if it's got a nice TD value, so say if it's like the CMYK kit gray, it's transparent, maybe you do want, that color on the top to make, red look more pink than just red. So and if you look it up, like if you guys look it up for the GitHub, if you go to Google Images, you'll see there are models in there that people have printed with this, and they're in varying different quality. I think TechJeeper mentions something about a benchy on a Reddit post. I just looked at the Google Images, and you'll see different models in there that were printed with it, and of different quality. So I'm gonna save my judgment for tomorrow when I actually test it myself. I've got a few different models that I'm gonna try it in, just because why not? But, yeah, it's cool.
I hear a puppy
all the time.
He wants to go out, Dad. You fed him too many of those treats before stream. Now he's got to poop.
Right. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like, all of this is fun, so I can't wait. I can't wait.
So aside from full control, there were 2 other things that came up. One, actually, Matt had mentioned this, was the Bamboo Lab Pop Mart Labubu thing. I was not aware of this, but apparently there's some like Labubu related infringement on Bamboo Lab's side that is coming from Pop Mart, who I guess is the owner of the Labubu.
Yeah. So basically, Pop Mart or whatever it is like, you guys should have did more to keep it off of your site. Is the gist of it.
Yeah, and we don't want. Which again, they have the right to do if they own the Labubu, right? It shouldn't be on.
I agree, but you also can't just like, oh, we're mad that you didn't do something, even though we didn't. Like if they reached out to them and said, "Hey, can you take it off?" Completely understand.
Yeah.
But as
you know,
as Maker World or whatever, you don't know what everything that people post, comes from, where it comes from. I could post my Frosty on there, and they could be like, oh, they could look at that and be like, this seems like a totally original thing. Let it be. And then someone else could be like, hey, I made a Frosty the Snowman as well. Hey, it looks similar. You should probably take that down. So, excuse me, I don't know. It is
well, and the thing about it is that when the Labubu came out, it wasn't big, right? People have been 3D printing Labubus since the guy's name, I can't even remember his name, first created it before they were ever huge. So I think they've gotten big, and now they probably have the legal chops to say, hey, Bamboo, cut it out, and now we're sending you a legal cease and desist, and you have to remove them all. So does that mean all, like, if you want Labubu models, you better download them now, because they're probably going to be gone in a couple weeks. But
I didn't like them in the first place, so I don't care either way.
They're creepy cute, but I mean, I don't know, whatever. Not my thing, but people like them though. I mean, I see them all over the place. Several craft fairs that I went to over the winter, there were 3D printing people selling at these various craft fairs. One was a lot of Pokemon stuff. One was a lot of like Marvel stuff. All IP, right? Like every single one of them had Labubus, right? So there were 3 different vendors, all with a different majority thing. So Pokemon, Marvel, and then just dragons and all the articulating stuff. But the common theme between the 3 of them were they all had Labubus. They had big Labubus, little ones, keychains, everything. But when something becomes popular, people 3D print it and violate IP, and it's the thing. But if it's your IP, it's up to you to, 1, find a violation, and then 2, take action to remove it. Disney does it, Marvel does it.
It's also, I also heard that they were making a Labubu movie. So
yeah, it's gonna be. I won't be watching that one.
So it could be a part of like their deal with whomever they're making a movie with. Like, hey, look, we need you to get control of the IP before we start production or something.
Seems like something Disney would do. So
it does, but those jokers are ugly, man.
I guess it depends on how they go with it, right? Like they could make it like Five Nights at Freddy, like creepy Labubu thing, or they could make it like Fraggle Rock, like
or like Smurfs or something,
or Smurfs, fun and light, and have both like mean Labubus and fun Labubus. But anyways, I don't want to talk about Labubus too much. But anyways, thing with Pop Mart and Bamboo Lab. The other one that isn't controversial, I happen to think that they're right and agree with it, is E3D put out what they refer to as an update to our patent pledge. So a lot of people were like, well, what does that mean? So E3D has always been, we create our stuff and then other people use it, open source, like you can have it. But E3D's gotten to a size now and has enough of their own patents and their own designs that it's no longer hobbyists, hacker spaces, schools, all these things utilizing their stuff to make things. Their stuff is now being used and then sold on a commercial level. So their update is not to target home users, hack spaces, maker spaces, or schools, all of those people are still allowed to utilize their open source stuff perfectly fine. What their change is that they are going to actively stop the commercialization of their stuff without their terminology was without compensation or collaboration, right? So if you have an E3D product and you want to use it, you need to now compensate E3D, or it's got to be some type of collaborative agreement. And I'm all for that, right? I think if you've developed something and it's not developed already on open source material, right? Like you've done it new, you didn't build it off of open source stuff, and then you now developed a patent on it, you're within your right to protect that IP, right? So I don't have an issue with that. I have heard some grumblings on Reddit and X and things of people who are very open source and believe that everything in 3D printing and additive manufacturing should forever be open source because that's how it all started. Are like E3D's now the new evil empire because they're anti-open source now, and that's not the case. If you read what they put out, it's clearly not the case. Still very open source, but just protecting their stuff. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't. Have you read on it? Do you have an opinion on it?
That's outside of my nerd. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, anybody in chat, I mean, have you guys seen it? Do you agree, disagree, not have an opinion? Haven't seen it, don't care. I mean, it's just one of those things that like in 3D printing, it always seems to be, you usually have your camps, right? You have your open source camp, and then you have your bamboo camp or your bamboo level camp of like proprietary and ecosystem and environment, or all the things you hear on like at the bamboo level stuff. And then you have kind of the people in the middle where I think both are fine to exist.
I feel like a lot of these companies have already done their part. You know what I mean? Like they've been with the community for a long time, and should they be allowed to make money? Yeah, because it brings more innovation, brings new stuff to the community, and like I feel like they it's not like it's a new company that just popped up and was like, we got this thing and we're gonna capitalize off of it, and we don't really support the community. They come out to events. People know their names, they know other people's names, so it's not like someone that came in and just tried to leech off of the community. Like, no, they've earned their place, and they should be able to, be profitable in a sense. Like, do I necessarily agree with it? No, but I won't even say no. I feel like they should be. It's basically like, should they be allowed to make money when other people are making money off of their stuff? And like, yeah, they should, because I think if that was me, I would feel the same way.
Yeah. So other terminology they wrote is that there were changes to the internal enforcement policy, dedicated commercial and technical IP management, and then IP infringement insurance. Right. So they're taking legal action to protect their IP. And again, I don't have a problem with it. The only way I would have a problem with it is if there was found to be any E3D products that resulted in a patent that were originally designed and built off of open source stuff, right? So if the original design was built off an open source concept or design, and then they just kept reiterating on that until it was E3D, and then they patented it. And that's where some of the arguments on Reddit come in, and that's what I've seen, is a lot of people are saying, well, there's such and such a product or hot end or extruder or nozzle was originally designed off of this, referencing an open source design. Now they've just E3D'd it and patented it, and now they're saying it's theirs, right? So, and again, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying those are some of the arguments I've seen in Reddit posts, and Reddit can be all over the place, but that would be the only way I wouldn't agree with it. But I've never seen that with E3D. All of their stuff that I've ever utilized, all of their products, as far as I know, have always originated with them as far as the design goes.
It makes me wonder a little bit though, like say someone invented spoons like tomorrow, would like people like would the spoon inventor be like, hey, wait a minute, man, I made this way of, like, people have been eating soup the wrong way for a long time, and now I made this spoon and this is the new way to eat soup. And like, well, those things have been around for a while. Like, would people would that be the same thing? Because I feel like yeah, there's new technology and nozzles and stuff like that, but I feel like it's getting to a point where everything's going to start looking the same.
So I have a real life example of what you just said, your spoons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know a guy who owns a bidet company, and he has patents on bidets, right? Now a bidet is a toilet that have been around forever, and it is the toilet, the modern toilet is tracked to an original person. I don't know his name, and he is deemed as the toilet inventor, right? So if you are a bidet company who has patented a bidet, which is now a toilet that sprays water into your keister, could the family members of the original inventor of the toilet now take legal action and say, you just improved upon my great grandfather's toilet invention. I deserve a cut of that, right? Because you didn't invent the toilet, you just reinvented the toilet. And again, I think I'm not a patent lawyer, but I think there's clear protections in that, where if you reiterate on an existing thing, you're somewhat protected in that. But, and again, I don't know, but anyway, we're trailing way far away from this. But again, if you care about this type of stuff, I would say read E3D's post they made there. I think it was a blog post on their website about the policy change and why. And then also read any posts online that are against this and for whatever reason, and then make a determination yourself. Again, most people probably don't care, right? They use an E3 product. They don't use an E3 product. They probably haven't. They probably don't care. But it's interesting. Anytime something like this comes up in 3D printing, people are always talking about it. So,
dude, I just spent the last 10 seconds trying to get something off my screen because look at my name on the screen.
Are you spraying?
You see how my name has like the logo?
Like a green dot.
It's somebody's like graphic over top of my logo. I thought it was on my screen.
Here, let me.
It's gone now.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what
it was their avatar.
Yeah, I was like, what is this on my screen? I'm like, literally wiping it off. Funny. I grabbed my alcohol. Like, what is going on? Yeah, but I mean, I think you said it best. It is what it is. I don't think that they shouldn't be allowed to, do those types of things. And they're probably doing it for a reason. Seen some people out there kind of like modifying their stuff and then, trying to sell that new modified hot end or whatever. So, like I would feel the same way.
In their post does reference that. Their post does reference that it's the right time, and it's basically based on the fact that they have seen a shift in their stuff at the hobbyist level move to the commercial level, and now companies are selling products with E3D stuff on it, and there is no collaboration or compensation. So, and I think if you are, so that would be like if you and I designed a 3D printer and we started selling a 3D printer and the entire tool head was comprised of E3D parts. Should there be a collaboration between it? No, right? Because I'm just buying those parts from them. There's their compensation. I'm buying those parts, putting it on my printer, and I'm reselling them. So I think I don't know like how deep they're going, but it again they just reference compensation and collaboration. So I think if you're using E3D parts and it's still labeled as E3D and you bought it from them and you're reselling it, I think you'd probably be fine. I think it's when you're taking a clear E3D design and waxing off E3D and putting on, I'm just going to use this term, but mellow 3D, right?
Yeah.
Because mellow 3D is a Chinese company that has been known to clone designs from companies like Slice Engineering and then produce a version of that. So these type of things might be why E3D is starting to do something like this, because you've got to protect your company, I guess. So
speaking of cloning, did you see the Muon 3D printer?
Yeah, I posted that in Unspooled. Or no, I know I only posted it to you and Matt.
I'm doing the TV.
Okay. I thought you were talking directly to me.
Thing.
Yeah.
I was, but I'm saying, hey, Corey, did you see
M1
the Muon 3D? Did you see the Muon 3D printer? You're like, oh yeah. Then you just say, oh yeah,
I did.
right?
Yeah.
And then we go on. You'll be like, hey, yeah, I did. I told you about that already. Jeez,
well,
man.
This is, I mean, so good on you. It's actually a good transition into this printer because there's also an issue. There also could be an issue with this based off things. So what Steve is referring to is it's MUON 3D, and it is called the M1, which everybody uses the M1, but the Muon 3D M1, and it is a upside down printing printer that folds up. It is I think Steve's going to pull up a picture of it. It is exactly the positron, just with a polished Apple Chinese designed aesthetic to it.
It does look nice.
It does look nice. It looks like a Mac Mini, an M2 Mac Mini made into a printer. That's basically what it looks like. And the quality of it looks good. Did you find it?
Yeah, I was pulling up the website for it, but it always gives me trouble sharing screens in here. Hold on.
Okay, I can. You want me to share it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Let's see. It's got a nice. So this is the Muon 3D, and I mean that is a positron, right? Like, it's exactly a positron. You know what would be interesting?
Refresh it real quick. The page.
Yeah, it gives you like a whole little like flip up.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of neat.
It is.
It's a full ripoff of the positron.
Full ripoff,
full ripoff. And this is kind of a good follow up to the E3D conversation, right? Because the positron project is an open source project.
That's true.
They do happen to sell a kit printer, but this is a clear ripoff of that. But was the positron ever patented? Did it? And there were previously upside down printers that existed before positron, but it's so G-Turd, a positron style, totally different. I mean, the thing's cool. It's a borosilicate glass bed with a PEI coating that is heated and goes to 110 degrees.
Yeah, it's clean. So, it's a very clean machine.
And it is Kickstarter. I don't know if like it's not a clickable link. They don't have a Kickstarter yet. No.
I wonder what the price is going to be.
Well, that's where I was at. Like, is because the positron kit is not inexpensive, right? For what it is. No. What, $650?
Yeah, it's down. Yeah, it's down to like $650 now. I think.
So it's not inexpensive for what it is and the size of the printer. It's still cool as hell. But look at this. It even comes with a case, like a fancy, like molded carrying case. I mean, I think I actually kind of like it.
I do like it.
I like it. I like the look of it. We found a printer that Steve likes without having to modify.
That's right.
Because the last few printers, as far as aesthetically, like the U1 you didn't care for.
I'm still planning on wrapping the U1. The Centauri, I don't like the hat. The top hat on the Centauri 2. That thing is ugly.
So the cool thing about this too, did it show the screen? So the screen,
the screen is crazy.
So I can find a good picture of it. The screen is.
I have to go to Twitter.
So it's a little circular screen right here, and there's a dial. This here is a little knob that you spin on the side, and the dial it's a rotating screen. It's actually really, really.
It is. It's
cool. Again, who knows if the build quality is good? Right. But it's I don't know what the print. So I think this is the total dimensions. I don't know what I can't imagine that it's 270 by 270 based off that. So
it says 270 by 180. It's down at the bottom. I'm just saying it. By 120, I think.
Was it at the bottom?
So yeah, build volume is 200 by 180 by 160.
Well, it's not tiny, but
no, that's not tiny at all.
Huh. Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird that it's not square, but it's not tiny.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't hate it. I mean, I don't hate it. I kind of like it. If the price is right, it might be something I pick up. But
especially for traveling.
I would be interested to hear Positron's take on this. So
yes,
I'm going to reach out to Anthony and Joe, and we'll see what they say.
Well, Anthony had already asked for him and I can't think of the guy who did the Positron to come on. Yeah.
So it'd be kind of neat to get Anthony, Joe, and Nate on here and to see what their thoughts on this is.
I don't know if Joe would care. Joe's just he's doing support, right? He's not like actually making the machine. I think he just likes the machine.
No, but it might be interesting to see that maybe they're like, oh, that's cool, another option, and that we started, or will they be like, this is a blatant ripoff and we're pissed?
It's not the first ripoff. Well, I'll say ripoff.
No,
because you got the Limotron.
Yeah, but that was a fork and left open source.
Yeah.
This is what E3D is talking about. This is, you've now taken this design, you've commercialized it, you're selling it, and you're profiting on it. So it's and I'd also be curious. I mean, you're probably never going to get it, but I'd be curious to hear from Muon 3D, like, oh, hey, what was your inspiration about how you designed this, right? Like, would they reference the positron, or would it be like, nope, like we've been designing this for years, like,
right.
This has been something our team's been working on for 5 years. But I'm gonna follow it. I don't think I would ever back this Kickstarter. Like you I think said the same thing. This would be something that, like, if people, because this could end up being like the friggin', what was the one I backed years ago? The Tico. It was like, oh my God, that thing was a disaster and I never got it. But so this could end up being something that nobody ever gets. Yeah. It's just a money grab. So, but if this was a successful Kickstarter and people ended up getting it, I might look into this of just a purchase. But yeah,
it is clean. It is very nice.
Yeah, it looks.
I do still kind of want a positron just because of the portability. That one is very nice.
It seems a little bit more portable.
Yeah, but given the opportunity, I would probably go home team first, even though I would want the.
Oh, I would rather have a positron just because I'm a tinkerer and a builder, and I would rather build it myself. But so this would also determine on price, right? Like $650 for a travel printer that prints upside down is a lot, So it's just not something that I have ever at this point been like, oh, I'm gonna go spend $650 on.
What if they were like the new one is, let's say, $350?
I mean, if this came out and it was like $299, I'd be like, I'm not. If the first number in the price of this starts with a 3, it'll be something I might get.
Yeah, it's understandable.
If it goes 4 or higher, it's done. I won't buy it. Which if I had to guess, based off the market, they know that the positron, the kit is $650. This is going to be $599. Mark my words. $599, and that's where it's going to be. I guarantee this will be $599. But is it worth $599? Probably not. I mean, it's nice, got a nice carry bag with it, but I don't think it's worth $599 unless you really need a travel printer. Right?
I want a travel printer.
This is all because of the time you were in Toronto.
Yes,
designing a part, and you didn't have a printer to print it.
Yes, 100%.
You were sending it to Wazzy and I, and we were printing it and giving you feedback.
I don't ever want that feeling again.
You don't want that helpless feeling of not being able to print your design.
Literally,
now you could have just waited till you got home to do the design.
No, because I had a lot of downtime. Listen, like a travel printer and a roll of PLA Pro or something, and I'd be good to go. Like I ain't asking for much, just a travel printer.
So price wise, would this have to be 3 something for you to be interested in it?
Like below 400, and I'm all in.
Yeah, so $399 and under.
Yeah. Anything above that, no. And I honestly, if it's being built by like some regular Joe Schmoes and not like a company, I don't have it being $399. $399 is when you can make 1,000 of them, on an assembly line. I feel like that's what you get when you go $399. When anything else, I think if they're making these one at a time by from scratch.
So I'm going to show this again, okay? Only because so this is going to be 1,000% a Chinese company. One, because it's Muon is the name.
Well, it's
two,
also a part.
They have a website out that has lorem ipsum in the text, because they forgot to copy it. They literally has lorem ipsum in it.
It's not Chinese lorem ipsum. That's we're running this on WordPress.
Yeah, but I guarantee this is a WordPress site. But again, I don't know. It seems very Chinese company.
The only reason why I'm saying it might not be a Chinese company is because it was at Smurf. I couldn't see them being willing to send somebody to Smurf.
It could be like Norwegian or something
to show it off. And muon is just another subatomic particle. There go ergo the play off of positron and the what was the other?
If I can find out who owns. So according to this, it is owned by a Harry Samuel Loud and Christian Allen Barrett.
See, told you.
English.
American.
No, it's English.
I mean, I said American. I meant to say not Chinese is what I meant to say.
Says it is registered. It is a registered company in England. Solihull, England, wherever that is. But
I mean, like, listen, we can reach out to them and see. Like, I mean, all they can say is right now the answer is no anyway if we don't reach out. So we can reach out and see. You know, they may come on and be like, yeah, it's a complete ripoff of the positron, and that's why we did it. You know,
yeah, and there's no way they don't know about it. Like, there's no way they're not aware of the positron. Like, it's 100% the inspiration for this. So
they could completely own it and just like, we saw a way of making it better. And
I'll see if I can reach out, if I can get in touch with them. So.
And like I said, they could literally just like, yeah, we saw a way of making it a better thing, and so we did that.
Yeah,
you know.
I did find an email address and a physical address.
Yuri said their Instagram says designed and assembled in the UK.
So it's gonna be $5.99.
Yeah,
like, there's no way if it's just assembled in the UK that it's going to be $300.
Oh look. They even sell the positron transparent heated bed on their site, it looks like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's just interesting. Like, I don't know. I like options to anything. I just hope it's not like I say it's a blatant ripoff, but we'll see.
We won't say ripoff. We'll say a inspired by
clone. Inspired clone of a
closely inspired by, based on a true story. We'll say that.
Yeah. but some of the events in this movie may be fictional.
Yeah, there you
go. All right.
There you go.
I know. I'll reach out to them and see what they say.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I like it as long as the positron crew isn't upset about it. But
yeah. That was up. And more so because we know them, so it's like, that's kind of like, I'd be sad if someone came out with a, yes, I kiss my mother roll and it looks just like you kiss your mother with that mouth. I'd be sad.
I mean, even if it was black, but they still called it with that, I would be upset. Like, just by stealing the name, I would be like, no. Yeah, because there's no. But I know, we'll see.
Yeah,
I'll try to find out as much info as I can, and I'll reach out to the positron guys.
Oh man, it's an impostatron.
It is an impostatron. That would have been funny as hell if they had actually named it that.
Oh, that would have been amazing if they named it. Oh my god, my camera zoomed in on me.
I'd have been actually here for that. I would have been like, all right. You're right off the bat. You're owning up to that.
Yeah. The impostatron.
Maybe Anthony and the guys are aware of it, but
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
So
the copy positron. Shoot. What else? I don't know if this is new, but Creality released a patent for a two-headed printer. It looked like it's still a bed slinger. So I don't know if it's going to be if it's an IDEX or if it's legit, multiple filaments type of deal, or H2D type of deal. But it's interesting. They also rolled out the Ender 3 V4.
That I am friggin' confused as hell about. Like, why?
I don't know.
It's what it is you're getting into the 7 different enders like they used to have again, right?
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that it's using the CFS, like, what's the point of having the i7 and the CFS Lite? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either, dude. I almost did the screen thing again because I'm looking on my TV because I have a stream on the TV as well, and I'm like, what is on my TV? Because with the avatar right in the middle. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they have a good reason for it. Maybe it was already on the books and they had to release it or whatever. It does. Again, I like how it looks.
It looks very. It's like the i7 and the high had a baby. Like,
yeah, It's very like I would have, it really is that. It is kind of like maybe that is what it actually is. Maybe it is a combo of we took the best of the i7 and the best of the high and combined them with like the V4.
But it's another thing, like, is the high gonna exist now? Because it probably shouldn't. But then again, all the people that bought a high, are they now, they just have a machine that is off into the ether again? Like, I don't know. But like the Neos were when the S1 line came out. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just it always confuses me too, with the way that Creality designs and releases their printers and their naming schema. It's almost like there's 4 companies working under the umbrella that are all independent and siloed, and it's like, I'm doing this one, I'm going to release this one and call it this, I'm going to release this one that looks almost identical, but I'm going to change it a little bit. And it's always, ever since like the Ender 3 V2, from then on, that's what it's always been. And then when the Neos came out and the S1s and the Ender 5s, all the different versions of that, and Ender 6s and Ender 7s, and it just, but again, I love Creality. I just wish that they would organize a little bit better and make things make sense. But because it's hard. Like, if you're a fan of Creality and you're a 3D printing ambassador, and someone comes to you now and says, should I buy, which Creality should I buy? The high,
you say all
i7, or the Ender 4?
You say buy all of them. That's what you said.
Yeah. But out of those 3, like, which one are you going to tell them to buy? Like, there's so much overlap between the 3, even pricing, that it's like.
Yuri says that the Ender caters more to the global market, and I can understand that. It does have a bigger name around the world, so I could see it being something that they don't want to necessarily cut loose because it's globally renowned as opposed to some of the newer stuff.
I get that, but if you're going to do that, then don't sell them worldwide, right? Like, don't
sell which ones worldwide?
Any of them. So, like, if the Spark X is aimed towards North America and Europe markets, okay. But if the Ender 4 is supposed to be everything else, sell it everywhere else. But in North America and Europe, keep it the i7, right? Don't sell the Ender 4.
I mean, I didn't read the whole article. I don't know if they could just be selling it in other markets and not necessarily in America. Could there be other, printers out there that, I'll say this. When I looked at like, it was Formnex. There were like companies there with printers that I've never heard of. So I'm like, there are out there in the world, there's other companies making printers that's making money that we don't hear about in the US. So, it could very well be, some other stuff out there that we just don't see. Could this printer come to America? I think they know people in America that are Ender fans would probably still want it as well. So yeah, they'll probably still release it in America, but
So I am currently talking to the Positron crew right now, and hopefully we can have them on next week and see. So they are aware.
The way you're laughing makes it sound like yeah.
No, like I said, I would really like to hear their point of view on it and see what they think. But whether that's positive or negative, either way, but it'd be fun to have them on.
Yeah,
but
it would. I mean, yeah, it sucks. It sucks if they're not aware of what's going on. If they were privy to it and knew what was happening and they were cool with it, then that's cool as well.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Like I said, I mean, I think whenever you're developing something open source, I mean, the idea is you want it to grow, right? And you want it to be adopted, and you want people to start using it and making it. it's when people profit off it. I guess it's how they do it that kind of, I guess, would result in the reaction of the original creators, right? Like if you do it in an open, transparent, collaborative way, even if that doesn't mean compensation, it doesn't always have to mean compensation. It could just be like attribution, right? Like, but yeah, hopefully it is a cohesive. Okay.
I mean, it could be like, hey, we don't have the funds right now. Let's just go ahead and make it. Okay. Oh, yeah, Hadron posted something in the Discord in relation to it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, what else? Is there anything else going on? Polymaker released the new PLA Pro that happened this week.
So it is reworked. It is reworked Polysonic.
Yeah.
So it's a reworked new formula. I'm guessing similar to like the PETG formula. And if it's as good as the new PETG formula, then we're in for a treat because that crap was nice.
The test that I can't think of the guy's name, but it wasn't very scientific, but it was pretty scientific. Where he like had a hammer, like on like a little lever, and would use a hammer to hit different types of prints. And the PLA Pro seemed very, very durable, which it was interesting and kind of like caught my attention for sure. Because nothing's worse than dropping a print, and it just it breaks or shatters, and you're like, God, dog it.
PLA Pro has always had that little extra impact resistance. I mean, it's still PLA in the end, so it's not, super resistant to impact, but it's always been more impact resistant than standard PLA. But yeah, it'll be neat. So I mean, it sounds like it's just going to be their new PLA, right? Like it's just all their PLA is going to be.
I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens, but then also, like these, like there are like 400 plus different, let's say fonts. That's the graphic designer brain taking over. There are like 400 plus different filaments.
I thought it was like 600 now.
It might be, yeah.
I thought it was like.
Do you want to start taking stuff off the table? It's like that's bragging rights, for the most part. Yeah. So. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe, they kind of consolidate down to certain ones. The cool thing about the PLA Pro is that what's being released right now is made in America, in their Texas factory. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Texas, that was I'd be curious to see how the American filament companies feel about that American-made Polymaker. I thought that was kind of funny, but it's nice that it's made here because it's nice that it's manufactured in Texas because it must help keep things in stock more after the last.
You would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, like after the last difficulty refilling, and now that they've got everything kind of refilled again, hopefully it would help keep at least certain things. I'm guessing not everything is manufactured in Texas, but at least it would keep like PLA and PETG and TPU and stuff like that.
So I wonder
more easily restocked.
I can't think of the name of the company, but the ones that make the pellets in Nebraska.
In North Dakota, Greenworks.
Greenworks, is that it?
Yeah, there's Green. I think it's Greenworks. I can't remember the other one.
I mean, it makes it easier to get product from there down to Texas. You're talking like maybe 2 days on raw material, and I don't know where the colorants and stuff come from, but let's just assume that maybe they get those local as well. NGO, that's what it is. NGO. That would be awesome to see how fast because that stuff is out of stock already on the PLA Pro stuff. So it'd be cool to see how soon they can kind of turn that around and get stuff back.
Well, sure. I mean, if you're manufacturing closer to where you're selling and shipping times are cut are in a fraction of the time.
I mean, even if they just make the most popular colors here, that people really want. I like
the PETG.
Yeah, there was some of the new stuff on there. I was like, oh, let me go see what's going on, and I looked, and it was gone. And then I was like, oh, then I looked, and it's like it's gone. The cool stuff is gone already.
I always look on Amazon too, though, because sometimes it's it's out of stock on the Polymaker site, but if you look on Amazon, it's available.
Yeah, that's very true.
But
they also have some new, I think, regular PLA stuff on Amazon. It's on Zombie's Amazon page. I think it's about 12 different colors, newer colors. Really nice. Those I can't wait for those to kind of like fully hit and see what happens with those.
Yeah. John, also, since we're on filament, John from Layerworks, he's got a bunch of new things that are going to be coming out soon. New filament types that he hasn't offered in the past, so that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
He's testing phase now, so bunch of new filaments. What was it?
Is that the real Nicor? Look right there. It says Nicor. He said NGO.
I saw that. Yeah.
I don't know if that's really. It's got a 0 in the name. It might be fake.
Yeah. I won't.
Say something only we would know.
Yeah. Say something about a game that we all like to play.
Right.
Wink.
Nice.
But yeah, no. Cool filament. I won't say the types just because I don't know if he's released anything on it yet. But token.
I don't know what he's talking about. You heard it here first. Somebody clip that, please. Dear Polymaker Net. No, cool. He just got back from the UK. Did you see he made that claw? UK. He had that like, I'm gonna have to print one of those. Those things are cool. It's like a claw, right? It's got like a saw blade on it. And he gave it to Mike Moans, and Mike Moans painted that thing. It looks so freaking cool, dude.
I don't know. The only hand one I've seen is somebody did like the alien hand thing. Did you see that? It was like an alien green hand. That one was pretty cool. No, I didn't see that. The only Polymaker related print that I've seen lately was Polymaker Pete did that. Was it a motor or
some kind of
engine? It had a crank on it, and it was like an engine thing. And I can't remember the guy who does it. The guy does amazing models, but Pete did it, and it was something like 100 parts, and that thing was cool. And it was all done in Polymaker PETG. Yeah, that was a.
Trying to see if I can find that picture, dude. If you saw this claw, it looked like it could have been from what was the series on Netflix based off the video game. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name on there. But it looked pretty bad with the girl Jinx. Somebody help me. Jinx and her sister, and they were
real quick. So Psych in chat, they are asking about black PLA and they want a ton of it. So if you go, I recommend if it's the Layerworks Works PLA. It is a recycled black PLA. It prints amazing. And if you need a lot of it, the more you buy, you get bulk pricing. So if you go on layerworksolutions.com, check that out. Any of the black Polymaker PLA, Overdrive PLA, I mean, you really can't. Elegoo, any of them you really can't go wrong with it. But I would check out the Layerworks black PLA, the Works line. It's really good stuff, but there's a lot of cheap, like Elegoo. I print a lot of Elegoo PLA. And that Elegoo PLA I get for like $12 a spool on Amazon. What's your go-to black PLA, Steve? Like if you're just going to print a black PLA, what do you normally go with? Whatever you have, or
inland matte black, because I can run over to Micro Center and grab a roll and come right back home. Literally, inland black. Usually, if I'm printing something test related, it's gonna be in gray or any other color that I want to get rid of. But usually, I go gray because you can see shadows.
Yeah, I do a lot in gray. I think is that.
For a while, it used to be blue, but then I switched to gray.
Yeah, that's it there. So.
Yeah, it used to be blue like all the time.
Layerwork Solutions Works Series PLA Black. It's backwards, isn't it?
Backwards for you is right. That's
but yeah, it's good stuff, and it's pretty inexpensive for what it is. But so yeah, no, I didn't have anything else other than the Cheaty box. Is now starting to come out of that like weird pre-sale thing that it's been in, where like if you order it, it's like 2 months before the thing ships. But I think it's only the +4. This is kind of confusing too because there really isn't a difference between any of them. But if you go on their site, the +4 one is you can order now and have it shipped in 7 days. But the one for the Q2 or the Max 4 still says 2 months. And it still says pre-order, but I'm just waiting for the Q2 one, because I want to use it on my Q2. But that's the only other thing that I had come out. And then if you're going to PAX East 2026, Elegoo just announced they're going to be there, which usually means something's going to be released. Like most people go to PAX to release something new, I would think, but I think that's in March, end of March. We're in March, holy crap. So the end of this month.
Yeah.
Where is PAX East? Do you know?
No, I know. Was it PAX West? Is usually in like Australia or something, isn't it? Somewhere crazy.
PAX East.
Or is that just PAX?
It says, where's the Thomas Menino Convention Center? I don't know where that is. It just says the convention center. It doesn't actually say where it is. Does anybody know?
No,
I don't know.
No one knows.
I can't find out where, but
no one knows.
No one knows. But
that's PAX Australia. I thought it was PAX West. Or PAX Australia.
I couldn't find where PAX East is located, but
PAX East has been held in the Heinz Convention Center. I
know Rapids in Boston this year, but
says PAX East moved to Boston. No, that says until 2026. So who knows? But yeah, PAX Unplugged.
I think the Menino. I can look up that. Oh yeah, it is in Boston.
Okay.
So PAX East and Rapid are in. Okay.
Yeah, that's a double whammy. Rapid TCT's coming up. Murph's coming up. Then after that, Murph. Oh, Jerf and then Murph. Are you going to Murph? I'm putting you on.
Probably not. But
this guy.
Probably not. I was supposed to go to. Well, I was supposed to go to Rapid, but I had a scheduling conflict.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't plan. I ceased the plan of the trip. Now that scheduling conflict is no longer a thing. Mm-hmm. So I may still go to Rapid. And if I go to Rapid, I won't go to Murph.
Rapid's down the street for you. How do they even compare?
It's not down the... I mean, it's a 4-hour drive.
That's down the street.
It is down the street, really.
That's down.
It's just... the weird thing is, like, I don't want to drive to Murph, right?
Yeah, I understand.
And the odd thing is that where I live in Maine, it is ridiculously expensive for me to fly to anywhere near Goshen, Indiana, and I don't fly. I can fly to Colorado or Seattle for half of what it would cost to fly to Goshen, Indiana.
You don't have to fly to Goshen, man. You fly close and then I pick you up. Yeah.
I could fly. I could just fly to you and then drive with you.
That's true. That's true as well.
All right, I'll think about it. What's the date?
I think it's June 12th and 11th. Is that Father's Day weekend?
Jeez, that's coming right up, isn't it?
No, I think it's the weekend before Father's Day.
I looked it up, and apparently that's a syndrome.
Oh, is it? Goshen is a syndrome?
No, Murph. Murph syndrome. It's a myoclonic epilepsy with raged red fibers.
Yeah,
Murph.
It's the weekend before Father's Day. So, yeah. Actually, that'll be pretty cool because I'm picking my dad up on the way back. So you can come with me and meet my dad. And
I met you. I met your brother. No, I met
your
cousin.
I
met your brother too.
You met my brother.
I did meet your brother. He was cool. I like your brother. Cool guy.
I'm trying to think. No, you didn't meet my cousin.
No.
But yeah.
Your brother's a cool guy.
Both of them are very supportive. My cousin, my brother, my dad, all of them super supportive. Well,
very positive guy. Very positive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my brother's super positive, dude.
Yeah.
Both of them are super positive. The middle brother, he lives in New York, so he probably won't become. He might do Philly because that's a lot closer. But
yeah, it's only a couple hours.
And he's not in the 3D printing, at least as far as I know.
Yeah.
But he is a nerd. He is a techie. So, both of my brothers are techies.
Yeah.
But I managed to get my older brother hooked in. He's got his U1. I gave him like an old G Tech I had, and then he has I think he has an Elegoo Neptune Pro or something like that. So yeah, he's building a little arsenal of machines. He's got 3 machines. That's crazy. Yeah.
Nice.
So he and my nephew are.
How's the guy that got your TiVo?
Dude, he printed out, like I said, literally gave him the TiVo on a Thursday. Totally expecting to like hop on the call and help him with it on like over the weekend or something like that. He came back into work on that following Tuesday with a print. He printed out. He knows I like MF Doom. He printed out an MF Doom, small MF Doom mask, and gave it to me at work. I was like, "Oh, dude, this is awesome." I was like, "I'll keep this forever," just because. Number one, I gave you a old school printer. You figured it out with no help really, besides the internet, and got it printing. It was in good condition as is. So we got it printing in no time. So I was like, yeah, dude, that was awesome.
Oh man, I didn't even notice. Nate jumped into YouTube and I didn't see his comment. So Positron Nate.
Okay.
Oops. So hopefully we can have him on next week. So them all, like at least somebody from the crew. But
nice.
Or
Nate, let's catch up on chat. Chicago to Eckhart is $35 on the train. Brick World the weekend after near Chicago. That's you're in Texas. You were talking. Liz said she met my cousin KT Kevin. Yeah. Okay. When is Rapid? I wouldn't. I gotta get some money. I gotta get my money up so I can. I was like,
Rapid is April. It's the second. It's the 13th through the 16th. I don't know which weekend that is, but
is it the 13th? No, it's the week before that, isn't it?
No, it's April 13th through the 16th.
Oh shoot, yeah, and then that's right, because Murph is literally the next day, the 17th through like that weekend or something like that.
That's because it's the other part. The other issue with Rapid is that it's like Monday to Thursday, and then literally Rapid is Murph is the 17th.
Yeah, dude.
So, yeah,
that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, the network guy, how you doing? Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
He's here. Yeah. But yeah, we should probably wrap up. We're past the 9:30.
I guess
9:40.
We were having so much fun. Hey, real quick, if you guys know anybody who wants to come on, we have a list. But we're also, if you have something you're working on and you want to share it, feel free to drop us a message. If you know us send us a DM. If not, we have a channel in the Discord called Be a Guest. You can go in there and self-promote yourself as a future guest, or if you know someone that you think will be a good guest, let us know, man. You know,
we've got some homework for next week. So
yeah. We got some guests lined up for later on this month, but also, you know, stuff happens. It's cool to have alternative guests on deck as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we like to we always extend an invitation to everybody. So if you want to come on, like I said, just drop us a line anywhere you can find Steve or I, X, Instagram, Facebook, Discord. We do have an Unspooled Discord. It's the easiest way to get us, but you don't have to join the Discord if you want to come on. It's not like if you come on, you have to be in the Discord. Just drop us a line. Most people are going to know us in Discord anyways, but
don't leave the chat. I'm trying to line up a raid. Anybody got a raid target?
A raid.
A raid. Let's see. Now that we switch days, there's fewer people.
We got to get. Yeah, we have to get. What's her name on? Because she's back. She moved and she's back.
Cyber Jules.
Cyber Jules.
Yeah, I reached out. We're working on a date now for her.
She's back on Tuesdays. So.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm not looking at chat. Liz, is Liz streaming tonight? I know she was doing some Wednesday night stuff. Polyful was on. Polyful is like the only person we have to raid on Wednesday night. Let's see. We can always raid into Build a Builder. He shows love. Nope. Who's that? Do Flunky is streaming. Hey, I've seen Do Flunky's name come up before. Are they streaming?
Harold is live. He always posts his stuff in Unspooled Discord. I think he was making a pen out of something.
We raided him last time. I was trying to spread the raid love. We'll go. We did Shark as well. Let's go Build a Builder. We shall build the builder.
Cool. Well, we are, while Steve raids out, we appreciate you guys joining us. We got some things for next week in the mix, and we appreciate you joining tonight, and hopefully we see you next week on Twitch or YouTube.
Yep. Thank y'all for coming out.
Thanks, and have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.